Good evening, folks. On the air with VA3EWV Friday Evening Net. On the air with VA3EWV Friday Evening Net. Let's get everything set up here and start the show here. Thank you for being with us there. My name is Ernest, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. We're here every Friday night at 8 o'clock on ALLSTAR and ECHOLINK, keeping ALLSTAR and ECHOLINK alive. Share with your friends and stuff like that. And yeah, let's get out here. Let's get a quick song in here. Tonight's topic is going to be about food. So I do have a song. I think I have a song here about a barbecue. So let me see if I can find it right quick. But tonight's topic is what's your best foods on the holidays. So if I can find that, we'll actually get to it and listen to it. But if I can't, we're going to look at something else. There's so many songs. I hope you guys have been having a great time out there. When you come into the thing, put in your name or your call sign, whichever you have there, and then join us, okay? So we're going to get started there. I can't find my barbecue song, so we are going to go with, what are we going to go with? On the Road Again, because that's what's going to start happening. I'm going to be off for the next couple of weeks, so we're going to be that song going out there now.
On the rover again, chasing signals through the static where they've been, from sunrise to the moonlit night's end. I can't wait to get on the rover again. On the air again, Big, you can't wait to get on the air again. He's been making QSOs with so many new friends. He can't wait to get on the air again. In the pile-up storm, signals clash and the airwaves swarm. My heart races as the calls transform. Breaking through the static is the norm. With the mic in hand, breaking through the chaos, ain't it grand? Calling QRC across this roving land, catching that rare one.
That's right.
Like we planned. On the rover again.
Getting that log started up.
Wait to get on the road again, heading from park to park, making QSOs with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again.
That's right, folks. On the road again. It's 6 p.m. So let's get on the air. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and shut this down there and get on the air. Thank you guys for joining us today. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight to the ALLSTAR ECHOLINK Friday Evening Net. My name is Ernest, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. We're going to pause and see if there's any emergency traffic. Please come now. Nothing heard, no emergency traffic. Okay. Folks, thanks for joining in. If you can, make sure you tell everybody about the Friday evening ALLSTAR ECHOLINK Net. We're going to be going strong for almost 3 years here. This net is on live streamed on YouTube. We have about 5 or 6 people out every week on YouTube or more that's looking at the stream there. And we actually have a lot more people that rewatch it. So thank you for doing that. So let me just pause for a second and then we'll get started with what's going on with this particular net. Okay, first things first, this is a little bit different, this type of net. It's actually a net, but then it's a rag chew at the end. I know that a lot of people participate in various nets on various modes all the time. And you get in, you get your little traffic in there, you get your bean in the pot. And then it's basically the net control with whatever. Some of these are weather nets, health, welfare nets, weather nets, this and that. And you just get to say something to the audience, but you never get to talk to anybody. So grab your pen and paper. Also have QRZ opened up if you can. Because when you hear folks talking on this net, you can actually talk to them at the end of the net. Let me pause one more time and tell you how it goes down. Okay, your first round is going to be a topic. We always have a topic. This week's topic that the idea was given by VE3TOT, Pete here uh, in the, I think, Alexandria, but VE3TOT, his name is Pete. He says, hey, why don't we talk about what kind of food we have for the holidays? I'm like, that's a good idea. So that's today's topic. What food do you have to have for Christmas? What dish is a must? And what are some of your favorite dishes? That's what the talk's going to be tonight. Then what's going on the weekend? There's a lot happening on the weekend. I know the 10-meter contest is kicking off actually tonight. It's probably starting right now, actually. So the 10-meter contest is going. We're going to have a fox hunt at our club here at the Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. That's going to be on Sunday starting at 1 o'clock. Those details on svarc.ca. If you go there and check out the website, we have a very active club. Check out the website on the events page there, and you'll see what's going on there. I know we have a club breakfast tomorrow as well. So lots of things going on. So let's get started. When you come in, when you participate, when you come in with your call sign, your QTH, how long you've been a ham, and then we will start with our topic of the week, which is the food part. Okay, the first person I saw here tonight was a VA3JIC. VA3JIC, come on in.
All right, Ernest, thanks so much for taking me in here tonight. Well, my name is Jim Victor Alpha 3 Judy India Charlie. I've been licensed since 2021, and I'm in southern Ontario, a city called Guelph, Ontario.
Thank you, Jim, for joining us from Guelph, Ontario. So the topic of today is your favorite food for the holidays or something that you have to have on the table during Christmas. Go ahead.
Well, Ernest, that's why I let up the heat there. I think it would have to be probably pumpkin pie.
That's what I'm talking about. I think there may even be a song about some pumpkin pie out there, if I'm not mistaken. But the good old pumpkin pie, that's right. I don't know how you like to have it or what you have to have on it or whatever. But, yep, I know some people do it with the white stuff, the whipped cream. And I think not pumpkin pie, but there's something I saw people doing in Canada that blew me away. They have pie with cheese. And some people even put the cheese on the pie. I was like, what? Never heard of that. I don't know if that's a Canadian thing or whatever, but pie on cheese. Thank you for being out there, James, and participating. We do have also, folks, two repeaters connected. We have the VE3 PGC repeater out of Cornwall, Ontario, and the VE6 IDK repeater out of Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. Let's take a pause there and see if anybody is checking in from the VE6 IDK Spruce Grove repeater. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Any folks on the VE3 PGC repeater wishing to check in, please come on in. Okay, nothing heard. Our next person that's out there is KJ5 Foxtrot India, KG5 Foxtrot India. Come on in and tell us about who you are, your QTH, and what's that favorite Christmas dish you must have. Come on in.
Good evening, Ernest and the net. This is Kilo Golf 5 Foxtrot India. The name is Jack. QTH is in Sunset, Texas. And for Christmas, it's a toss-up. I'm going to say two things, but turkey or ham. I love either one for the holidays, and that would be my favorite. Back to you, Ernest, and thanks for doing the net, as always.
All right, so we can tell already that your plate, if you're sitting at the table, you're going to have more meat on your plate than anything else. I hear that. Turkey or ham. So, I think you live down south, I think. How how have you ever had your turkey? Is it just always baked, the turkey and the ham? Or what's the best way how can I say this? There are lots of ways to prepare turkey and ham, especially if you're down south. So there's lots of ways to get a bird cooked. So what ways have you had it, and what's the favorite way? Just traditional in the oven or other types? Back over to you.
That's a good question. I think you may remember, and I know you lived in Louisiana. I lived in Louisiana for 12 years, and I deep fried several turkeys.
That's what I'm talking about.
For Thanksgiving and at Christmas. And to buy the like 5-gallon thing of oil is kind of expensive for one turkey. So I invited neighbors, if they wanted me to do theirs, they could bring a turkey over. And I can remember a lot of Christmas mornings, I'd be cooking 5 or 6 turkeys, one for us, and then 3, 4, or 5 for neighbors that brought their turkeys over. And people might think, oh, it's greasy. It gets greasy on the outside, yes, but it seals in the juices. And we injected them, usually with some nice cayenne, some liquid heat type things, and just absolutely delicious. Here where we're living in Texas,
the mic's off.
Put them in a plastic baking bag and put them in the oven and do it kind of the traditional way, because I don't have neighbors that want fried turkeys, and I won't do one just all by myself. Back to you, Ernest.
I'm talking about the Lord have mercy Jesus on that one. That's right. The deep fried turkey all day, every day. You know, I don't know if Mr. Allen's going to make it tonight, but you guys celebrate Thanksgiving in November, and I was telling him about utility turkeys, right? I had never heard of that. We were down in the cache there on a holiday many moons ago. We're in the store, and I was looking for something and praying for something that wasn't too expensive. I was thinking about getting a whole chicken and just saying it was just a miniature turkey, right? But my daughter spotted a utility turkey, and I was looking at it and said utility turkey. It was still big. It was like $16 though, and I was like, what? So I'm looking at the date to make sure that it wasn't, too ripe or anything like that. And I'm like, we're gonna take it home. So we brought that utility turkey home. It filled up the roasting pan, those black roasting pans, the old, and the lid wouldn't even go on it. So that was even a better bonus. Anyway, we're sitting there cooking it up and basting it and turning it and stuff like that. Didn't even notice. Then you sit there at the top of the table and getting ready to carve the turkey and stuff. It's missing a whole leg gone, right? Had the handicap sign and everything on it. Oh my goodness. Both sons, they always want to get the turkey leg, right? And I was like, well, we're going to have to draw for that, because there was only one. But I'll never forget that old utility turkey. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. Okay, anyway, let's see who else is out here. We have some more folks checking in here. KG0 Alpha Uniform. KG0 Alpha Uniform. Thank you for joining us here at On the Air with VA3EWV ALLSTAR ECHOLINK Friday Evening Net. Tonight's topic, the dishes are a dish that you can't go without on Christmas. Over to you, KG0 Alpha Uniform. Well, 5. I'll try it again. Now, some folks were just getting started for the first time with the ECHOLINK. We saw him in and out. Came in, then he disappeared out. Then it came in again. But we're here just in case they want to pop back in there. So you can also always do that. Another check-in for the repeaters there. VE3PGC and VE6IDK. Anyone on the repeaters wish to check in, please come on in. Okay, that gave me a little time to get these call signs in the log there. So I'll go. My turn now. I am a guy that has. I'm not big. I'm not big on turkey. Well, first of all, my name is Ernest Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. I've been a ham operator. Come January 17th, it's going to be. Well, that was in 2023, so it's going to be 3 years. Come 2026. I'm here in St. Andrews, West Ontario, just outside of Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. We're right by the New York border there in Messina, so the New York border. I also love everything ham radio, by the way. So what I have to have, fruitcake. I don't know what it is. People think it's nasty. I don't have to share it. It has to be there. I have to have two things at Thanksgiving. And I told my wife when I married her, I'm like, if we ever have a Thanksgiving or Christmas or any holiday like that, and there's no cranberry sauce, that's going to be a problem. And she goes, anything else? I'm like, no, you just have to have the cranberry sauce. So I put cranberry sauce. I like to take those little dinner rolls, just eat cranberry sauce with that. Mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce. Turkey, if my son-in-law makes it with the cranberry sauce, but I haven't had turkey that was, unless I was down south, and that was just a whole different ball game there. But I have to have cranberry sauce, and I have to have fruitcake, any kind of fruitcake. The cheaper, the better, because the cheap fruitcakes, they're just good. Let me pause for a second. But I found out now that Costco makes fruitcakes, and they have high dollar fruitcake, whole pecans, whole walnuts. It's just good, moist, and I don't have to share with anybody. So I have to have the fruitcake and the cranberry sauce, those things, and then that's the two major things I have to have. Okay, that's from me. Anyone else that has showed up on the repeaters? Always want to check for the repeaters. Anyone else that has shown up for those, please come now. Okay, we're going to get into what's going on the weekend. I know, like I said, at 8 o'clock, the 10-meter contest started. So we might have a lot of people out there doing that. So, Jim, we're going to go down to you there, VA3JIC. What's going on with you this weekend for fun?
Well, Ernest, thanks so much for picking me up again. Well, I don't think there's too much going on this weekend. We're just taking it easy. But I do want to remind everybody of my net tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. It is been put on your Facebook, Ernest, so maybe you can share that with the folks. And I also want to remind everybody on the 20th of December, we're having a Santa Claus net. So bring your kids out, bring your grandkids out. We're not hosting it, somebody else is. So you're welcome to come out and join us.
Thank you for that, James. There, I do have that up on the screen right now. It says, "Hope to see all the kids out." I know both my grandkids are going to be here, for sure, and they'll be, they're almost like little ham. I'm going to make sure they have their little hats and everything on because they love wearing their little hats. So here we go. It says CQ Santa Claus calling, December 20th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All amateur radio operators and all kids are welcome to come. Various ways to connect: ECHOLINK, ALLSTAR, Hams over IP, Amateur Wire, DMR, D-Star, and YSF. I guess if you just hold the tin can up to the window, you can hear them. So we're going to be out there and having a good time from 7 to 9. So share that with everybody. Share it with your local clubs. If they have ECHOLINK or whatever, or repeaters in the area that can get on ALLSTAR and ECHOLINK, that'll be a great way to share that. So thanks, James. We have that right on the page. We have that pinned up for everybody to see.
All right. Thanks so much, Ernest. I do appreciate that. And like I said, come on out, folks, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. If you see the numbers up there for the Santa Claus net, you can get into my net there tomorrow night. So I hope to see everybody out there. Thanks so much, Ernest.
That's right, folks. We're always trying to stay busy there. All right. There we go there. We're going to bring it down now to KG5FI. What's going on with you for the weekend? Over.
Well, in the United States, tomorrow is going to be an event called Wreaths Across America, where a whole bunch of us get together and we lay wreaths in that cemetery at graves of our veterans. But it's not just to celebrate those who have passed away, but those who are currently serving, and to honor them and so forth. And I'm going to MC and give a speech at that. We start at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and later in the day, I'm sure I'll be administering our FCC exams for people trying to get their 3 different licenses that are available here in the States. So I'll be busy with that tomorrow. Back to you. This is KG5FI.
KG5FI in the group, Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor returning. And that was Wreaths Across what again? That I've never heard of that. Is that something that's new or has been going on? I mean, I just haven't heard of that. And that's wreaths, like, laying the wreath, right? So Wreaths Across what again?
America, Wreaths Across America. They're, I forgot. I think they're fir pine tree boughs, and there'll be red, white, and blue ribbons on them, and we'll dedicate some to each of the branches of the service. But then at the cemetery we're going to hold the ceremony at, they have several veterans there. We'll leave people donate money for this all across the United States. And it's always this weekend in December that it's done. And locally, ours is going to be tomorrow morning.
All right. Yeah, thanks for letting me know about that. Yeah, Wreaths Across America seems to be, it says a nationwide initiative where volunteers place veterans' wreaths on graves at national cemeteries and memorials. The main event for 2025 is this Saturday, December 13th. And with the theme, Keep Moving Forward, honoring veterans, service members, and families by saying names out loud as wreaths are laid over 5,000 locations. That's pretty doggone cool there. This annual tradition since 2008. Yeah, so that happened after I had left the States there. Since 2008. That is really doggone cool there. And it says here, sponsor a wreath and donate $17 in honor of a specific service member. There you go. My brother's a veteran, so I'm going to look right into that and see what's going on with that. But that's pretty cool. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Okay, we're going to give one more call to the repeaters before we go into our third round, which is the Ragtree round. But for now, we're going to call on the VE3 PGC repeater and the VE6 IDK repeater before I say what I'm going to do this weekend. Anyone on the repeaters, please come on in.
This is VE3 KNU, Reg Greeley, 6 months time.
Okay, we got Reg there in Greeley. Good to have you in there, Reg. VE3KNU, thanks for joining us on the ALLSTAR ECHOLINK Friday Evening Net. Our topic tonight, what has to be at the Christmas dinner or the holiday dinner? What is a must-have for you there, Reg, when it comes to food there? I was sharing with the folks there that it has to be, I have to have some fruitcake or it's not Christmas. Jack, who's with us, KG5FI, said it was turkey or ham. And then James, VA3GIC, I forget what James said, he's gonna let us know again, though. But yes, nobody talked about cakes, pies, or anything like that. So, Reg, what has to be on the table for you on the holidays? Over. Oh, that's what it was.
For sure. That makes a tasty dessert. And yeah, that's pretty well about it. It doesn't really matter if we have turkey or ham. It doesn't really matter as long as the dessert's there. That's yours.
Yep, that's the same thing that James had said. He said he had to have the pumpkin pie. I remember that now. And I was just saying that I think it was last year, maybe the year before that, here in Canada, I think it was sweet potato pie. Now that's something I grew up with. We grew sweet potatoes where I was in Louisiana. That was always something that we always just grew. We grew sweet potatoes. We grew all types of squash and all types of gourds, cucumbers, tomatoes, okra. We just had that. We had lots of land there, and we're always having something. And we're always canning the stuff. But it was sweet potato pie, not pumpkin pie for us. And I remember the mom used to put marshmallows all over the top and put it in the broiler under after it was baked and brown them. But yeah, so you guys do the pumpkin pie and we do sweet potato pie. But have any of you heard of having pie with cheese? I'll leave the mic open for the answer to that. Anybody has heard of that? Over. Yeah, net recognizes VA3 JIC for the recheck.
Ernest, well, it's funny you say that because the wife likes apple pie and cheese. I think that's kind of gross, but so be, that's what she enjoys.
That's exactly what it was too, apple pie with cheese. And I tried it, and I was like, this is good. And I mean, those folks there, they were using thick pieces. You know, they get that Costco brick there, and they do a big slice, put a piece of pie, and like kind of melt it down. And I was like, wow, that's good. And that's dangerous too. You know, because I love sweets and stuff like that. I'm not very fond of the apple pies and stuff like that. I'm just not. I grew up with the dusty fruitcake that lasts a lifetime. You know, even if you forgot it in the wrapper, and the wrapper was over that red paper on it, you just knock the end piece off and you're still good to go. Oh goodness gracious. Okay. Anyway. Yep. Okay, Reg. We were at the point. So this net, Reg, if I think you've been here before. The first round is a topic. The second round is what you're doing for the weekend for fun. Then the third round, because we do get into some technical things sometimes, you just write down call signs and things like that. Or if you want to get each other in a log, because that's what I like to do too, you can reach over and get each other in the log. So, Reg, what's going on with you for this weekend? I know we have like the 10-meter net going on. 10-meter contest starts now. It's already now. In the area here, we have a breakfast tomorrow morning at Spinner's Diner on Pitt Street in Cornwall. We always invite people to join us there. We also have a fox hunt on Sunday. So if you never participated in that, that's on svarc.ca. You can go to that website, check the coming events. We're actually having a fox hunt this Sunday. Kicks off at 1 o'clock. We'll be there at 12:45. Anyway, Reg, what are you doing for the weekend?
I'm going to try to stay warm for the weekend, I think. But I have about a new DMR radio. Trying to figure that out. It's probably going to take me months to get it up and running. But other than that, not a whole lot there. I just don't like the cold. And back to you, Ernest.
Well, there you go. Reg said he's going to be staying warm. That's for sure. Okay, hey, Reg, what type of DMR radio? I have the Anytone D578UV+3. It just goes on forever, the name of that radio. But I got used to, I got really used to programming DMR radios. I've done a couple of different types so far. And because I had to just figure it out. You have to put in all your repeaters that you want. I get all that because I don't know if you have a 2 meter, 70 centimeter plus DMR. That's what I have. But you put all your things in there first, like all the repeaters you want, and then you have to create groups and stuff like that. And then there's a little bit more and a little bit more. But I got that down to an art. What kind of radio is it, by the way?
It's a HD2 Aluit and made by Redidus. Back to you.
Okay, Roger. Well, I'm pretty good with that stuff. If you ever get stuck, just one quick thing: do you have like Facebook or Zoom or have you ever used any of those type of programs? Like, if you don't have Facebook, have you ever used Zoom? Because I connect with people all the time over like Zoom, and they share their screen, and then I just help them program their stuff like that. So, have you ever used any of those programs? Over.
Yes, I believe I have Zoom. Just give me a second. I'll check.
Okay, Reg, while you're checking out there, we'll come back with you. We're going to do another call out there on the repeaters. And I always pause for those because we do have people out there listening. So anyone else want to check in on the VE3 PGC or VE6 IDK repeater out of Spruce Grove, please come now.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Ernest. VA3 AWV. This is VE2YLW.
Johan, good evening there to you, Johan. VE2YLW, welcome. And thank you for stopping in to the On the Air with VA3 EWV All-Star ECHOLINK Friday Evening Net. Pretty excited to have you out there. We have 4 guests so far. Mr. Jack there, KG5FI. Mr. James, VA3GIC. Mr. Reg, down in Gridley there, VE3KENU. And then we have Johan coming from Lachute. Hey, Johan, this net, we have 3 things happening. The first round, you're just telling who you are, your QTH, how long you've been a ham, which is cool. Our topic today is what you must have at the table for the holiday feast, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. I know here at my house, they all are almost the same identical meal for every holiday. The second round is what you're doing for the weekend, and the third round is if you want to talk to somebody over, you talk to somebody. So let's start with your name, QTH, how long you've been a ham, etc. Go ahead there, Johan.
Great. Okay, my name is Johan. My call sign is Victor Echo 2 Yankee Oscar Whiskey. Again, Yankee Oscar Whiskey. My QTH is Lachute, which is between Hawkesbury, Ontario, and Montreal, or west of Montreal, Quebec. I'm just close to the Ottawa River, so I'm kind of an Ontarian in a way, because most of my time I spend is on this in Upper Canada to meet you guys. What I can tell, what else? I have been a radio operator officially in the mid-90s, but actually my first HF radio was purchased during the COVID. So I could say I'm a newbie since the COVID. Back to you, Ernest.
Roger. So appreciate that. And now for the question of the day. What is a must-have dish or food for the holidays? Johan, go ahead.
Okay, well, Ernest, since I'm French-Canadian, we need to have specifically pork meatballs and on the table, like in a stew or something, and our traditional meat pie. And by the way, I want to try something. I was given to me some moose meat, and I want to make a moose meat pie. And I would like to, sorry if I make you drool, but tastes so good. Just that kind of meat
try it out in the meat side. And let's say for dessert, I would like to have a kind of like a traditional Yule log.
Oh, yeah.
In ice cream. Will I give you? Well, then I'll probably get a couple of pounds here and there somewhere in my stomach. After Christmas, I will be unrecognizable. Back to you, Ernest.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. The old Yule log. Yeah, I know that. I that's the cake that's kind of rolled up and stuff like that. I think that's what that is. We used to have pecan logs. I don't know if anybody had saw those before, but it was a treat that we always picked up around Christmas, especially in Louisiana. You always had to get you a pecan log. Yeah, the meat pie. I was actually introduced to those once I came to Canada. And I was like, what is this? And it was like ground beef or whatever kind of meat was, and with a flaky crust and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy, that's just too much. So I do dabble in that, and that's dangerous. I can just eat that along with fruitcake. Like I was saying, I'm really not a ham person. I like them. I really like a Costco ham. Costco has this ham that they have in this like red paper, and I guess it's got a sweet outer coating to it, and the meat just fall off the bone, and it's just really good. So I like that. I like my son-in-law's turkey, the way he does the turkey, or any of my uncles down south, because they always deep fry their turkey, so that's always good like that, right? But we also have gumbo. I don't know if you guys know about that, but that was something that we always had at the table during Christmas back home. Is a good old, just good bowl of seafood gumbo too, man, with the rice and the crab sticking out and stuff like that. Oh yeah, yes, and the sweet potato pie. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm getting hungry myself right now. Johan, I was just telling her. Let me just pause for a second. VA3EWV for station ID. Johan, the second part of this is always, what are you doing for the weekend? And I was telling folks that here in the Cornwall area, we're going to be having a good time with our club there, Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. We have a breakfast kicking off tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at Spinner's Diner, while everybody's going to be out there doing a 10-meter contest, most people. And then on Sunday, we're going to be doing our first fox hunt in a long time. We were used to doing fox hunts once a month, and they kind of fell off. It looked like we're reviving it. So we're going to be meeting at one of the local coffee shops there on Pitt and Tollgate, and we're going to be looking for the fox come tomorrow there. So, Johan, what are some of your plans for the weekend? Over.
V3EWV, V2YLW over ECHOLINK. I might join about 90% sure I should be there. I will bring with me Mr. Michel, VE3PLT Echo Lima Tango from Hawkesbury, and he wants to participate, so I'll just drive up to his QTH, and I'll go into his car, and then we'll head over there. I believe he's got a Yagi for 2 meters and 440s, and yeah, in case and he's got his portable, just like Mr. B3KNU. He's got a Ilons HD2, if I'm correct. Very nice, fine little portable radio. And what else? Yeah, we should meet you guys for the first time in person at that traditional coffee meet up. And by the way, Ernest, do we have to be there before 1? Well, actually, it's at 1 p.m. that officially the hunt starts.
The hunt starts at 1, and we usually have a frequency that we go on, and I know that's going to be on the website. Let me just pull that up right quick. And while I'm pulling that up, I'm just going to take a quick pause. We do have some folks watching on YouTube there. We have VE3ARF that says good evening, and Rob wrote me a cool song because we were doing fox hunts. There's an actual ham radio song I have for the fox there. And then there's also my fox, because I have a fox myself. It actually plays the song, "What Does the Fox Say?" But it doesn't have words to it, but it just does the tunes. So Rob is saying hello to everybody out there. We have about 4 folks watching on YouTube right now. So the people out there on YouTube, put your call sign or your name in there so we can get you in the log. Gonna put Rob in the log now. Give me 1 second, folks. I'll be right back. Don't go away. While I'm looking for this on the website there, do we have any other check-ins from the repeaters? Please come now.
VE3TOT.
VE3TOT. Good evening there to you, Peter. Good to have you. I was telling everybody that the topic of the night was your idea, and I thought you were going to be there. So we've been having some fun talking about food and stuff like that. And just to bring you up to speed, let me just go back to my notes here. For all you that are watching, I do use NetLogger. So we have Jack with us, KG5FI, who says he likes pumpkin pie. No. Jack, I'm getting you mixed up. James said he liked pumpkin pie. And I think Reg said he liked pumpkin pie. Jack said that he liked turkey and ham. So if he had to have something, it would be turkey ham. I said I had to must have, MUST have, the fruitcake. Got to have the Costco fruitcake. And then Johan came in, getting us hungry, saying he likes the meat pies, or not the meat pie, like a meat pie and the Yule log. So we're gonna hand it over there to you, Peter. So tell everybody who you are, your QTH, how long you've been a ham. And then after that, come in with your must-haves for the holidays. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Peter here in Alexandria. I've been a ham since the 90s. I stepped away for a while, and I came back in a big way in the last year. For Christmas, I think I told you guys before, the must-haves are pierogies, cabbage rolls, and raviolis. Celebrating the heritage of my wife and myself. My wife's Italian, and I'm German-Polish. So those are the must-haves. But I have an interesting story. Something that my father had to have every Christmas, which was a bit gross, was he'd come home with a hog's head wrapped in butcher paper.
Hell yeah.
Wrapped under his arm, and he'd take the bus home. This was in Montreal, and he'd stop in at the Central Market and buy this pig's head. When he got it home, we'd put it on the kitchen table, and all the kids in the neighborhood would come and look at it. And he would carefully dissect this pig's head and put all the edible bits in a big pot on the stove and boil it down. And it became what was known as head cheese. That was his specialty. But I rarely ate it. My mother never touched it. Back to you, Ernest.
Roger on the hog head cheese. Grew up with it. I don't know where it comes out of, but yeah. So it says here, because I'm looking it up now. So it's not cheese, by the way, folks. It's got a gelatin in it. We always had it. We had pigs. We had pigs, rabbits, all that stuff. I was telling you guys when we first started, we had, all the vegetables, all those type animals. We had a few cows, but they were just dairy cows, though. But hog head cheese, a savory dairy-free meat, that's for sure. Jelly made from boiled pork heads, held together by natural gelatin, seasoned with vinegar and spices, often hot, herbs, and sometimes other pork cuts like trotters or hocks. That's right. Let's see where it says traditionally, the snouts, the tongues, the cheeks. That's right. And where we're from, we had pickled pig feet, pickled pig lip, pig tail. We ate chitlins. Like, we use every part of the pig. That's for sure. And it says the flavor profile, tangy, spicy, especially in Cajun versions with cayenne. So there you go, the hog head cheese. Yeah, we love that stuff for sure.
Everything is edible except the oink.
That's right. That's right. Yep. Yep. We definitely used a lot of we didn't let anything waste. That's for sure. Thanks for Peter for that. And what are you going to be doing for the weekend? That's our next topic. What's going on with you for the weekend there? Over.
It's Christmas present time. I make my Christmas presents, so there's a couple of bowls that are sitting on the lathe waiting to be turned, and some other little sculptures that have been requested of me. So that's what I'll be doing. I have a nice wood fire going in the workshop, and I'll be working on my lathe. Back to you, Ernest.
Roger, well, we do appreciate you being out there and sharing that with us. And I'll break with you now and pick it back up with Johan. So, Johan, here's the situation. I'm on the website now. I'm sharing it on the YouTube there. So, svrc.ca coming events. So, if you can't make it at one, don't worry about it. It says we rendezvous at 12:45, and it shows the address there. Between 1 and 3, the fox hunt is on. At 3:10, we go back to the place to have coffee, and some people just meet us for the coffee after. It shows what frequency the fox is on, 146.565. Do not transmit on that frequency. It's just to receive only. And we're going to be all connected to VA3SDG, VA3SDG, which is 444.450. And that's 110.9 hertz. So VA3 SDG 444.450 plus 110 hertz. So if you're coming in, try to tune into that repeater. You hear us talking to each other and racing around, not racing around town, but crisscrossing the town. Those like me, I do a lot of crisscrossing and a lot of gas burning. But those folks who got it going on, they just do the little things. You should see all the different ways they do it for the fox there. It's a lot of fun. Okay, Johan, back over to you. Did you copy that?
Kind of cut over ECHOLINK. Can you repeat, please, Ernest, the frequency to the meetup? Let's say kind of the rag show before the hunt, the fox hunt again, please.
Yeah, I'm going to email it to you so you'll have it. But it's VA3SDG 444.450. 444.450 with the plus offset, and then the is 110.9 hertz is the tone. If you don't have that one in there, okay. But I will definitely send you this. I'll copy all this and send it to you in an email there. Over.
Okay, well, I took it note, so you don't have to send me an email. But thanks again, Ernest. Becky.
Thank you so much, folks. We're in the last stretch here. We have several check-ins today. On let me go back and check Facebook there because we did have people checking in there. So let's see. Rob said he has to have turkey and stuffing, mashed potatoes with gravy. So turkey and stuffing, mashed potatoes with gravy. And Snyder's from the Guelph made the head cheese. Oh, okay. So he said Snyder's from Guelph used to make the head cheese, and they would have it too. Yeah, we just grew up with we call it hog head cheese, and it was always good. I liked it with the celery in it and stuff like that. You can see all the things. So with me, when I see hog head cheese and you can see everything in it, then you have the fruitcake and you see everything in it. Man, that's just it for me. And thank you, Rob, for joining us out there. There's a few more people out there on YouTube. If you want to put your name or call sign into the chat there, I will be checking it out. Any other check-ins before we start winding down and turn it over to the rag shoe in case anybody wants to talk to anybody else? Any other check-ins on the repeaters or any other check-ins? Please come now. Okay, folks, we're at the end, and this is the what I call the rag shoe part. So if you have the call signs, you heard somebody talking about something, this is your time to talk to the other folks there and even maybe get them in the log. And one, before we do that, though, I was telling people that I met someone, I don't know who it was that I met, and they introduced me to apple pie with cheese on it. So we did have a couple of people saying that they had that. Before we move on to the last part, has anybody else had apple pie with cheese on it? Come on in. Okay, nothing heard. Okay, we're at the final part now. So if this is open mic there. So if anybody has anything last to say or any final comments, please come on in. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor with the Friday evening All-Star ECHOLINK Net. Come on in.
This is VE3KNU.
Reg, VE3KNU, come on in.
Hi, Ernest. Yes, I do have that app there that you were talking about, and if ever it comes to it, and you want to help me with the DMR, you can my call sign at myrack.ca, and then maybe we could get together on Zoom. B3KNU. So thanks, Ernest. Thanks, back to you.
And by the way, thank you for that. Just to let you all know, on Saturdays, the Ham Helpers Net is there. Just to let everybody know, that's for sure. It's you can pick it up on the same repeater on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And there are some very talented people out there. There's a guy, Brad, that works with ALLSTAR and Hams Over IP and all that. And a very, very, very talented person there. And if you have questions, that's definitely where you want to go and ask those. But hey, I'm here to help too, and I'm really good at that, the DMR stuff. So, and not only that, a bonus, I'm off for the next few weeks. Don't have to go to work. So that means in the middle of the day, I can be helping with that. How far is Greeley though from Cornwall? Over.
It'd be about 40-minute drive, I believe. Just before the boundary exit there, and then you'll come up to Greeley that way there. Probably about 40 minutes back to you.
Okay, because I'm going to be in Ottawa on the 16th. I know that for a fact. I'll be in Ottawa on the 16th. So I'll reach out to you later and see if you're available that day. Because if you are, if I'm going down to 417 and Greeley's not too far off the beaten path, I just probably come through there and help you out. And all you would have to do is have all the repeaters. Well, you don't even have to do that. Have you ever heard of repeaterbook.com? Over?
Yes, I do. No problem for logging in the repeaters. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Repeaterbook.com lists all the repeaters that are out there, and it's mostly up to date. It has the repeater owners and operators have to keep up the information. But I go through all that and see what I can get, and I found what the DMR repeaters are. And if I can reach those DMR repeaters, I actually put them in the log. So are you reaching PGC through like right over the air, or are you going in over ECHOLINK? Over?
I'm going over ECHOLINK because my antenna froze, and I think the motor froze, so I had it pointed northwest, and having a little. I can still reach the. I can't reach the PGC anyway from there, so I'm going to be looking for a little while there. When it's cold, it doesn't seem to be working that well. I didn't know that, but I found that out. DC3 I can get back to you.
Roger, SVC. Yep, absolutely. Okay, that's cool. Thank you for doing that, and I'll definitely be able to help you either over Zoom or in person. Yeah, we'll get you sorted out. That's for sure. Okay, where are we? I can quickly lose my spot there. Oh yeah, we were saying any other final traffic. So any other folks who wish to check in or give any final thoughts before we wrap up the net, please come on in. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor.
Ernest, recheck.
Okay, net recognizes VA3JIC. Go ahead.
Ernest, I was just thinking, when you were talking about the food products and so on, I think that pre-Christmas treats, what we have, the cookies and et cetera, I think is absolutely a must. And I just want everybody to know that, yes, my net there on that Saturday night, Ham Helper's Net, will run at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And everybody who has kids and grandkids, please bring them out on December 20th to talk to Santa on going through my net, which is being hosted by somebody else. But please, people, bring your kids out, bring your grandkids out. Anybody, just come on out and enjoy the night. It's a 2-hour event. I hope everybody can come out and enjoy it.
There you go, folks. And if you are on the Facebook group here, on there VA3WV, we do have that bookmarked, so you can get all the details there. Absolutely. It's going to be a great time. And the best thing for the folks that are here right now, it's going to be, you'll be able to pick it up on PGC if the frequency or if the repeater is not being used on the Saturday there. Okay, we also have Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima, Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima, which is comes in and visits us all the time, saying hello to everybody out there. And I just asked him, Dale there, what are his must-haves for Christmas? Okay, Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima, we're going to get you in the log there. Any other folks wishing to check in or say something before we close off the net, please come on in. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. W5. Oh, turkey and dressing. W5DSL. So Dell said he has to have turkey and dressing. Must have the turkey and dressing. I love the dressing, especially with gravy on it. There you go. All right, Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima. We got you in the log there. Thank you for joining us. All right, one last check-in. We're at the top of the hour there. One more call-out for anyone, anywhere. Come join us. Put your bean in the pot. If you're just saying hello, put your bean in the pot. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Okay, nothing heard, folks. I want to thank everybody, and especially if I don't hear you all for the next week or so, because I know people are going to be spending time with family. Some folks are going to be traveling, shopping with the XYLs and stuff like that. Some people may be making stuff like Peter. He's going to be in the wood shop, all that type of stuff. So if I don't get to see it, I'll be seeing this from now until Christmas, which is, I'm looking at the calendar here. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days away. So if I don't get to hear or see from you, I want to tell everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's for sure. Okay, and for the folks that are on the YouTube, we always do a song or a couple of songs. And my friend who created most of those songs for me, he's on here tonight, VE3ARF. So we're going to be definitely playing a couple of songs at the end there. All right, one last call before we close off the net. From anyone, anywhere, please come on in. Okay, I'd like to take this time to give thanks to the folks out here keeping the repeaters up and operating. The owners and operator of the VE3 PGC repeater out of Cornwall, Ontario. Really appreciate keeping that up and running for us there and allowing us to use your repeater. Also, the VE6 IDK 7 there out of Spruce Grove. Want to thank him for letting us use that repeater as well. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here and spending some time with us. with all of us and sharing your stories. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor with the Friday evening All-Star ECHOLINK Net. We're going to be saying 7-3 for now. And we're going to play a couple songs, and then we're going to get up there and do some 10-meter contacts. Everybody have a great rest of your day. 7-3. Okay, folks that are still watching on the air there, let me see if there's any. Thanks so much, and thanks for joining us there, Reg, and Pete, and Johan, and Rob, and Dale, and everybody else that's out there. Over. Okay, let's get some of our ham radio music going here, folks. Let's just go to the YouTube channel there.
Yeah, the 73, Mr. Rob and Peter and Reg, and especially you, Ernest. I'm happy to see you again, you guys on the net. Okay, and to everybody else that I don't know, well, 73.
Roger, folks. And don't forget to go to my YouTube channel and like and subscribe. That's right. I got to get my plugs in there somewhere. Okay, we're going to go to our playlist there right quick for the folks that are listening on YouTube there. We won't do that over the air. But we'll definitely put up some songs there. And I guess we're going to do today, I got to give me a song about so we're going to have a fox hunt. So we're going to do Fox on the Run. So for all you that are out there watching, we're about to do Fox on the Run.
C2YOW, this is V3DOT. Can we meet on 805?
Oh, it's closed. What does that mean it's closed? Like nobody's on it?
Through the towns of the hills, the hunts are alive. Footsteps echoing, racing with the tribe. Transmitters calling secret world unseen. Fox on the run, wireless dream.
Verse down here.
Cruising in, close, racing, radio hard. Tracking down the Spencer world, tearing it apart. From alleyway to highway, the chase turns wild. Fox on the run, Vixen style. Tally-ho, let's go, RFBB. Fox on the run, never tasted defeat. Tally-ho, let's go, signals got meat. Fox on the run, now the thrill and fear.
Goodness, with that guitar, let's go.
Tally-ho, let's go, RFBB. Fox on the run, never tasted defeat. Tally-ho, let's go, signals got meat. Fox on the run, cannot stop this heat.
That's right, folks. Fox on the Run. That's right, Fox on the Run. Bow, bow, bow. Okay, so our next song, we have started doing 6 meters on our club. Every Monday night now, we've been hitting on 6 meters and trying to work people. We've had up to 9 folks, 8 or 9 folks on 6 meters there. So the next song I'm going to be playing is about 6 meters. So I know it's called the Magic Band, and it comes on in at certain times, but we're working it all the time here. We're making our own magic here at Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. Here we go, 6 meter song here. You're on the air with VA3EWV.
Seems to me that the magic band signals echo through the land. Morse code with signals coming in with sporadic needs. Single sideband, I hear you. USB, but you coming through. FTA and FT4, making connections more and more. Magic band lights the sky. Meteor showers flashing by. Northern lights, I'm calling you. You're in the log 558. Grid hunting every call. QSL cards on the wall. Very best regards to you. 73, this bond is true. Static whispers in the air. Connect everywhere. Echoes of a friendly tone. Never feeling so alone. Magic band you. QS never you're coming through. FTA you're coming through. But you're coming through. QSB, but you're coming through. FT8 and FT4, making connections more and more. Magic band lights the sky. Meteor showers flashing by. Northern lights, I'm calling you. You're in the wrong 558. Magic band lights the sky. Meteor showers flashing by. Northern lights, I'm calling you. You're in the wrong 558. Every code, QSL cards on my wall. Very best regards to you. 73, this bond is true. Great hunting every call. QSL cards on my wall. Very best regards to you. 73, this bond is true. Static whispers in the air. Hands connect everywhere. Echoes of a friendly tone. Never feeling so alone. Never feeling so alone.
That's right.
Never feeling so alone.
Okay, folks, that's it for tonight. Hope y'all have a good night. Okay, there we go. All right, folks, have a good night. On the air with VA3EWV All-Star ECHOLINK Net. We'll see you guys next week. Good night, folks.